Hello everybody, welcome to my drumming world. It's Tamatis from SK Drumming here, and today is Friday, and as in every Friday we do, here's another Q&A episode. How are you everybody? How things are going over there? Drop them in the comments below. This is not just Q&A, it's communication as well. And let's get started with some news. As you may noticed, on Tuesday there was no release. Actually, I started to upload, the song was ready, the video was ready, and I realized, let's say 8 hours before the premiere, that my video was blocked. What the song was? Ozzy, Diary of a Madman. It's common to be with Ozzy songs, pretty much like the lottery. So be careful if you do Ozzy drum covers. So if you plan to do any Ozzy drum cover, just check out if it's allowed or not. Not sure, but in YouTube, I think that there is still such a feature in the YouTube studio. I will go through it probably if somebody wants it and check out, just to share it with you so that avoid any bad surprises like that. With Ozzy also in the past, I first did Crazy Train and got blocked. A year later, did again the Crazy Train and had no problems at all. But a couple of weeks ago, I tried to do Mr. Crowley, and Mr. Crowley got blocked. Not sure what happens with Ozzy. If anybody knows, the comments below can host also your opinion about it, and I'm glad you will share it with us. So for Diary of a Madman, I plan to do a cover of it, but I will replace all the instruments with symphonic orchestra, and I will add my drums on it afterwards, so that all of you will be satisfied with what you will hear. A completely different approach. No guitars, no bass, no keyboards, only whatever the symphonic orchestra offers, plus my drum set. Interesting, isn't it? Let me know in the comments below your opinion about it. For sure this may open up another era of releasing songs and doing symphonic covers of them. What do you think about it? Another topic that I want to share with you is about the news section, is that the chicken coop is ready, is populated with birds. We have already 50 birds in there, and only the fence has been left to finish up the chicken farm. Yeah, in the comments of the last episode, Coverit told me that he's vegan. We'll come up on it as promised in the questions section. But I think that the project has been closed and now it's an ongoing routine. Feeding, collecting eggs. The chicken birds that we brought in the coop are 2 months old, so they are not in productive age yet, but we are happy of having them. 50 new souls in the family. Also, about the coop, at the end of this episode there will be the slideshow that I promised. So wait till the end to see the slideshow that I promised. Another topic that I bring up every week is about my job status. There is plenty of entropy, lots of interviews going on. Hopefully one of them will get me into a job and will end up this situation. Also, I'm waiting for new clients in music, in the IT industry that I work as well, and we'll see how this will go. Another topic that I want to bring in front of you is the collaborations. Brian contacted me to do an Amon Amarth song with him. Thank you so much, Brian, for that. And I have it in the oven. Hopefully on tomorrow, Saturday, I will track up 3 songs that are already mature enough to be presented to you, and then move up to whatever new is in my list. One of them should be Brian's idea to cover. Thank you, Brian, for that. To any of you that you may want to collaborate with me on drums, on whatever you play as a music instrument, you are more than welcome. And at any level, feel free to get in touch with me so that we can start collaborating more and more. And finally, the Black Sabbath list is in the post, with all the names of you, and also in the comment you are mentioned as well. Thank you for that, and remember that November is still in progress. So if you have any additional requests, any new requests you want to place about the Black Sabbath list, let me know in the comments below so that I will add them in the list. Also in the community section of my channel, there is a topic dedicated to that, and that topic hosts comments with requests. Feel free to drop your comments. And as the news have been finished, let's move on to your questions. Not many of them, but we have questions to move on to the question section of this episode. Thank you so much for participating. So let's get started with your questions, with the older questions to come first. First question was from Covered. Actually, it's not a question, but it's a comment that I gave a promise to come up with an answer or let's say a reply in this video to his comment. Covered said, I get lost a bit. Were you talking about chickens? I'm a vegan. I'd like to see more Amon Amarth, and I will try some of them. I like the power of their songs. Cheers. My brother Covered. I'm glad that you are vegan. Any religions, any ideologies are more than welcome to me. We humans have been created, let's say so, somehow. Scientists still are fighting to get an answer on how this started. Probably Darwin evolution or something like that. Being in a society. So as humans, at least myself, I'm trying to catch up with others with things that we have in common, rather than bring in front things that make them argue with them. So you are more than just acceptable in my friend list. As every one of you being subscribers from this channel, I consider you as friends and family. And I respect that, but I'm not a vegan. And we raise chickens, we sell eggs. Sure that this is not the favorite part of our conversation, but okay, somehow something I need to do in order to survive. And pretty much that's a good solution on that. As about Amon Amarth, as I hear songs from them, I like them more and more. And also I have two requests in the oven. One, as I previously said in the news section, with Brian Gribbin, that we both will use it as a collaboration, and I have also something similar to Valhalla, not sure about the song title, but it's pretty much in my list as well. As a local friend in here replaced that request. And yes, I encourage you to go after them if you like them so much, and try their songs. For me are easy, and I do love to do them. Some of them, they have challenging parts, especially with the feet. And they're solid and powerful. They can move walls with their sound. They're too massive. And I love that. Have a nice weekend, brother. And also don't forget to drop off your question or comments or whatever you have for this Q&A episode. Next comment is from Stamatis Tsolelis, who also has plenty of questions in his massive comment. You already know Stamatis. Stamatis is a top commenter in my channel. And he has lengthy comments with many questions, and also topics that are very good discussion makers. So let's see what Stamatis said. Thank you so much, my friend. How many eggs you eat at Easter? How many is your goal? What is your next plan to build something? Do you plan to do a series of videos with lessons for a single metering or odd time signatures? I remember you said something before some months ago. It will be very interesting if somehow you find time to do it. I like the oven comment you said for summer in Athens. I believe the winter there isn't too cold. Okay, Stamatis, thank you so much for your amazing comment, your amazing support, and let's go through your questions. Question number 1. How many eggs I eat for Easter? Depends, starting from 2 or 3 per day to end up to 10, 12. Depends on how many eggs I have at home. Next question. How many is your goal? How many eggs? My goal is to go and have in a daily basis up to 100 or 150 eggs per day. But my goal is not to have those eggs being delivered to me by the birds, but also to sell them in a daily basis. That's my goal. Let's see how it will go. So far we have eggs and we eat no eggs. All of our eggs are being sold, and there is also a ton of requests in the queue for eggs. During the winter the chicken do not deliver eggs in the same ratio as they do during the summer. As the weather goes colder and colder, the tempo of how the birds are delivering eggs is decreased, not only in our birds, in general in the chicken birds. So all people around need eggs, and they are in contact with me, with others that sell eggs, to have fresh eggs, but free range fresh eggs. Hope this answers your question. What is your next plan to build something? Well, as I'm a creative personality, there will be always something to build up. Not sure when. Probably when my budget will be good enough to have materials. I have plenty of plans to go through. I need to do a small storage house for the chicken birds' food. I also want to go autonomous in the electricity. All of these will be built up by me. I just said 2 of many things that I have in my mind to build up. Let's see how things will go. And the last question from Stamatis is, did you plan to do a series of videos with lessons for single metering or odd time signatures? Well, let's clarify something. Single metering means 1 meter only. Does that make sense? Odd time signatures on the other side means something else. And after this clarification, yes, I plan to do lessons, extensive, and how-to series. It will be part of those how-to series, and I'm in progress to find out what goes wrong with my lavalier microphone. Once this case will be solved, I will start up the first videos of how-to. And for those that may request a how-to, yeah, those videos will be dedicated to you, and you will be mentioned in the description of that video and also in the titles. And as about the weather here, the weather chills out. We have close to 6 degrees Celsius in the morning, and we expect during December or January negative temperatures and snow. Yeah, we are in the northern part of Greece, close to the Greek-Bulgarian borders. So yes, we have pretty much the same weather as Bulgaria has. And thank you so much for placing your questions, Tamati. See you next episode as well. I'm sure that you have plenty more things to ask for. Don't be afraid, share them with us. And the final comment that I had with a question on it as well is from El Baterista Rupestre, Joaquin. Yes, with Joaquin we are friends in Facebook. I referred a lot on him as he placed questions, and his questions is always to the point. All of the guys that I mentioned in this episode and in the previous episodes are doing great job. Pay them an attention, and if you are not subscribed to them, subscribe as well. They worth it. Well, what Joaquin said. Nice Q&A. My brother, I love how you are a person down to earth talking about any topic. Raise Your Horns was amazing. I love to watch your channel as you always take not the easy path on drums. Take care, bro. My question, do you consider an E-kit would be nice investment for practice? I have my drums on a place where I can only go weekends, so if something is off or I had bad drum part on a cover, I have to wait all week to try again. Can the E-kit be a good investment, or can I use just a pad and work on the sticking there? Well, to the point. And I'm saying to the point because most of the people are living in cities, and for us drummers, our instrument is loud. We need to have a special room for that, a special place that will not disturb others, or be in a place that even if there is sound leakage outside, nobody will be disturbed. So, for that purpose, and not only, E-kits are in the market. Yes, an E-kit can be an investment in such occasion to do your practice, but do not forget that E-kit always forgives technique mistakes. It has better bounce, and the sound that you produce is being created from a signal that a pad creates it and feeds it to the brain. And the brain unit either sends a MIDI node somewhere in a synth or in a computer to get a sound of it, or produces a sound on its own. So if a sticking will produce bad sound in an acoustic drum, that sticking will work well with any kit. Of course, your years in the drum kit counts a lot as an experience, so you know what to do and what not to do. And pretty much you must be very careful when playing to any kit. Not to forget things, as an E-kit will be easier at some ways, even for the sound. The E-kits pretty much combined with third-party software like Slate Drums or Drum Kit from Hell or something like that. I have not been into E-kits to tell you exactly what and how to do. They can produce realistic sound. So the sound quality you get from an E-kit can be way superior to a physical drum kit if you don't know how to grab the sound and how to treat the signals afterwards to get that signal bunch into a nice sounding drum track. It can be an investment, and also an investment can be having a practice kit or even an acoustic kit with mesh heads and having the resonant heads left, and so that you will have a very, 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 very small portion of the sound that the drum produces. And low sound cymbals. Depends on the neighborhood you are, and also depends on the neighbors you have and on your family. Not all families can tolerate the sound of a drum set being there for an hour or a couple of hours, or in my case 4 hours per day. And yes, all of these, including the mesh head solution that I told you, are solutions to silent drumming as about the neighbors. And yes, I do workouts in pad 2 for the snare drum, so I encourage you to do so let's say, spend 40 minutes to an hour per day doing paradiddles or rudiments, it will help you a lot. So when the time will come for you to track your next cover, you will be to the point at 100%. Hope that answers your question, Joaquim. And if you have many more things to get into details about how and when, because I've been into a situation like this, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Or if you have any question, also ask it in the comments below. And thank you so much for participating in this little communication section we set up so far. And with this and that, this episode also reached to its end. Thank you so much for participating, all of you, for watching it. This is pretty much dedicated to all of you, and is it pretty much like a communication channel? Let's say you drop comments, if I have to supply an answer, I will reply in the next video, and that's how it goes. And thank you so much for all of these beautiful comments and questions you placed so far. Hope to have them more. And for those that are not subscribed in my channel, and it happens to land for the first time in my channel, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell to be informed whenever a new video will be released. Like this video, check out my drum covers, check out the previous Q&A episodes. Maybe you will find something useful in there as an answer to a question that somebody asked for. If you have any Black Sabbath songs to request in the community section of my channel or in the comments below, you can drop your request. And as the previous cover has been blocked, the drums only version will be released on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. Till next Friday, next episode. Also, there will be a release of a song that will be quite spicy with a small drum solo on it on Tuesday. And I wish you all the best. Have a perfect weekend. See you on Sunday for the drums only release. And till next Friday, stay safe, stay healthy, be happy, and see you on next Friday's episode. And please don't miss Tuesday's premiere. Bye everybody!